What is happening, people, and welcome back to the channel. I do hope you're keeping well. I'm Harry Scarf, founder of Scarfy Spurs Talk, and today we're going to be talking about Tottenham's remaining 8 games and how it's going to pan out. We're also going to compare it to how I think Aston Villa and Manchester United's remaining 8 games will go. So stay tuned to the very end. But if you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It's free to do so, and it ultimately helps the channel and the podcast grow. Smash the like button, helps more people see it, and turn the notifications bell on purely for your own sake to keep up to date with my content. That's Premier League, England, and Tottenham content 24/7. Also, get involved in the comments with your thoughts. Agree, disagree throughout today's video. But let's crack straight into it. Spurs' remaining 8 games. Firstly, the next one at the time of recording is Spurs and Forest. I'm going to go with this 2-0 Spurs win. I think that we will keep a clean sheet in this. I think Forest have a lot of attacking threat, but I think it'll be a very solid performance. We mustn't disrespect teams like Forest. We've got to get the job done, but I think we will. So I'm going to go with 2-0 Spurs on that one. Newcastle. I sadly think we'll lose that one, but I think it'll be a really entertaining game. I've gone for 5 goals at James's Park. I've gone for 3-2 to Newcastle. I think we are capable of going there and getting a point, considering the players that Newcastle have got out, in particular in defensive positions. You know, your Botmans, your Lascelles, your Trippiers, your Popes. So we can definitely exploit them, and I would absolutely take a point at this moment in time. But sadly, I think we're going to be on the wrong end of a 5-0 thriller. Then North London derby at home. Obviously got a point at the Emirates earlier on in the season. It was 2-2, wasn't it, I believe? I'm going to go with another draw. I'm going to go with 1-1. So far, that's a win against Forest, a loss against Newcastle, and a draw against Arsenal. I don't think that will be too bad, all things considered. I'd absolutely take a point against Arsenal, but knowing Tottenham, you know, we'll probably beat Man City, but lose to Arsenal and let Arsenal win the title or something like that. So you know what we're like. Then it's Chelsea away, Stamford Bridge, obviously beat us 4-1 at home earlier on in the season. Was a crazy game. I didn't even deserve that, but we ended the game with 9 men. Had to take Vanderson off injured. Had to take Van der Ven off injured. So that was a horrible game. Ended our unbeaten run as well. So it just went all wrong in one game in that. And I can't see us. You know, we don't often go there and get a result. I think it'll be similar. Chelsea seem up for the big games this season. You know, you 4-4 was it at home with Man City? Obviously beat Man United 3-2. They produced some fantastic games this season. They've been involved for me in the 2-3 best games of the season for neutrals anyway. So I'm going to go Chelsea 2, Tottenham 2. So that's a draw. It's another one. Then we face Liverpool away, another ground like Stamford Bridge where we very rarely get a lot from. I said in a recent podcast that went on, and I think I said it on mine before, I think we're due one more, don't say battering, I don't like that word, but we're due one bad loss before the end of the season. It's just for me when it comes. It could be St James's Park. I think it's going to be Anfield. I'm going to go with 4-1 Liverpool. I think that would just show for me the gap between the best 3 teams in England and us. I think it's a little bit bigger than we think. So I will go with 4-1 Liverpool with that. Then we got Burnley, Sheffield United. This should be where hopefully you want to get to that position knowing you're going to hopefully win both of these and hopefully that both will be relegated. I'll go with 3-0 at home to Burnley. I think they'll be around about then, maybe the game before relegated. Sheffield United away. Again, I think that they will be gone. Absolutely gone by then. A long way before that. I'm going to go with 4-0 Spurs. And the only other unconfirmed date is Manchester City at home. Obviously, we have a good record of them. Haven't conceded, I don't think, in the league under Pep Guardiola at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But I've made it very clear before. I think that's down to the type of manager we've had and the way we play in terms of, your defensive football. Which Man City struggles against, Mourinho's, your Conte's, your Nuno's, you're always going to get good results. But as quickly we open up, we conceded 3 goals at the Etihad. I'll go with 3-1 City. I think their quality will shine through. Like De Bruyne will really start in that. So that's 11 points from a possible 24 available. Let me know how many you think we'll get out of 24 points available. Is that me being positive there, being negative? So overall there, I've gone with 3 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws. I think it'd be enough to make Champions League football. But next, to compare, I've also predicted Man United and Aston Villa's remaining games. So let's start with Man United. Firstly, at home to Liverpool. I've gone with 3-0 Liverpool. I know United obviously had that really good cut record, but United are coming off the back of a 3-2 loss to Chelsea and obviously dropping points late at Brentford before that. There's not going to be much confidence with the players, with Ten Hag, with the way that they're playing, and I just think Liverpool are in a different league and will want to pay back for being knocked out that cup, knocked out the FA Cup. So I'm going with 3-0 Liverpool. Then they face Bournemouth away. Bournemouth, outside contenders for Champions League, the Champions League, forget that, for European football, for European places, whether that be, your 7th, 8th that they're aiming for. I think Bournemouth have been very good. And the transition under Iriola, they went for his tough period at the start of the season, but they've really turned a corner. And he's implemented his style on Bournemouth. So we'll go 2-1 Bournemouth. That's back-to-back losses from Man United on the back of that Chelsea defeat. I don't know if Ten Hag will survive that, to be honest with you. Then they face Sheffield United at home. I think United will win 3-1 against Sheffield United. I think it's depleted Sheffield United. Then Burnley at home. I think Burnley put up a good fight, but will lose 2-1. Then they face Crystal Palace away. Glasner's Crystal Palace, I think, will be difficult at the time of recording. I'm recording on the day. In a couple of hours' time, City play Crystal Palace. And I think the Palace will give City a game. And I think they'll give United a game 2-2 at Selhurst Park, I'm going for. Then they got Arsenal at home. I'm going 0-0 with that, to be honest with you. I think that's one of the games that Arsenal won't win, and I can't see United beating Arsenal. Then on the final day, I think you got Brighton and Man United. I think United will lose 2-0 to Brighton. So United only get 8 points for me out of a possible 24 available. So what? That's 3 less than Spurs. So there's absolutely no way they're getting anywhere near us for me. Now I'm going to predict Aston Villa's remaining games. Firstly, again, time of recording today, Brentford at home. I'm going to go with 2-1 Aston Villa. I think Tony will score. I think Villa will struggle but get 3 points. Then Arsenal away. Arsenal, different league for me, 2-0 Arsenal. And then they're at home to Bournemouth. I give Bournemouth a lot of praise, but I think Aston Villa will be on the right side of, again, another 5-goal thriller at Villa Park. I'm going to go with 3-2 Aston Villa. Chelsea at home. I think Chelsea, I said this last month, we'll have a really good end to the season. I stand by that. I think Chelsea get a point at Villa Park, 1-1. Then I think they play Brighton away, and I think Brighton have struggled this season. I think there's some problems behind the scenes with De Zerbi. I think he'll leave by mutual consent at the end of the season. And we'll look for another job. Maybe Bayern, Liverpool. I think there's a couple of jobs that he could go for. I think he'll find himself in a job next season. I don't think it'll be at Brighton. They'll go with 3-1 Aston Villa. Then I think they play, obviously they've got Liverpool at home. I think, as I said, Liverpool are another league, 4-1 Liverpool. Then I think they'll lose to Glasner's Crystal Palace 2-1 on the final day, meaning that Aston Villa obviously end badly, but only get 10 points out of a possible 24. So I've said Spurs will get 11 points, United will get 8, and Aston Villa will get 10. Let me know what you think all 3 clubs will get for the race for top 4 or top 6, if you like, in the comments below. But that will leave Villa with 4th place by 1 point. But as I've said before, I think that the 5th place will be enough for Champions League football in England. I can't see any case where Tottenham won't be playing Champions League football next year. I'm very, very confident about that, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I think it'd be Aston Villa. I think it'd be Aston Villa 4th, Tottenham 5th. But then 6th place, I'm not sure United will be able to hold on to it. I'll just have a look at bringing up the table here. I'm going to be very unpopular here and go with Chelsea 6th. I think that West Ham will be... No, Newcastle will be 7th. West Ham will be 8th. Wolves will be 9th. I think Man United could end up being 9th or 10th. I generally believe that. I think United will really fall away and Ten Hag will leave at the end of the season. But thank you very much for watching today's video with my predictions, how the top 4 race is going to go. So if you are new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It's ultimately free to do so, and it does help the channel grow. If you're interested in supporting mine and the channel's work more, channel Virtue is available in the comments and description, available for just £25. It's available only, though, until the 14th of April. So please do submit your orders before it is too late. Smash the like button, helps when people see it. Turn notifications bell on to keep up to date with my content 24/7. And as I said, get involved in the comments. Always interested to hear your opinion. But for now,